Back home now, truckers will this Sunday down tools to protest the use of foreign truck drivers by South African trucking companies. The All Truck Drivers Forum will march to bargaining councils to demand the whole freight industry to have 0% of foreign nationals. The ATDF Secretary-General Sifiso Nyathi has confirmed that all of its members will join the protest, and he joins us now. Mr. Nyathi, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to The Full View.
Good evening, Sarah.
Now, you are demanding the whole freight industry to have 0% foreign nationals. First of all, are you against all truck drivers of foreign origin or those undocumented or illegal foreign nationals?
Okay, thanks for the opportunity. Yes, all foreigners. Because we believe, actually, let me correct it, there's no any foreigners. There is no only foreigners who have a papers to work in South Africa or who have a visas for trucking job. Right? The previous minister, even if you can ask him, any company did apply to employ foreigners in trucking industry, the answer would be no. So there is no any foreigners who have a visa for driving in South Africa. Needed confirm that, and meetings will confirm that. So it means in this all a skill, not a scarce skill, actually a normal skill. There is no any document for any foreigners to work in the sector because Labour confirmed it before. So the employers, they took advantage of that thing of what you call Zimbabwe special permit, which is now expired. They used to preach. They say there's people have got document. We said that many times as an ATDF, they got a fake document. There's no document for driving. Now, and mind that driving job is not a scarce skill. So we want 0% in trucking industry. We said it 4 years back. We'll say it today. We'll say it tomorrow. Until we won't stop until the sector will be 0% foreigners. It's not from us, it's from the law. Number two, thereby Section 38 is for labor. The state will employ a foreign when end of scarce skill. The truck is not a scarce skill, so we don't want foreigners. We're not xenophobic, although other people they say they can name us with any name. But the fact and the truth, this job for driving is for South Africans, so we don't want any foreigner.
You are saying, you're making reference to the law. Which law is it? And what does it say about this so-called 0% foreign nationals as you are calling for?
Okay. Section 38 on Labour Act, if I'm not mistaken, 2014, you employ a foreign national actually, it says, before you hire a foreign national, make sure there is no one has a same skill in the country before you hire foreigners. You understand? As I did a reference to you, Mitrend and ask him to say, if not believe me, any company did apply to Labour to employ foreign nationals, the answer would be no. So we got that answer from Mitrend on the fund. Let me tell you something. One day, I think in 2018, we meet cross-border agencies, Mr. Lada Victor, there by Gateway. He sent by Mr. the previous Minister, demanded about that issue of the foreigners. Mr. Lada said so. The employers here in South Africa, they went to cross-border agents. They want 2,500 drivers outside the country. They were requesting, and the agency said no because we get drivers here. So the employers by deliberate in South Africa, they don't want to employ South African.
Well, Section 38, subsection 1 of the Immigration Act, Act 13 of 2003, reads as follows: no person shall employ an illegal foreigner, a foreigner whose status does not authorize him or her to be employed by such person, or a foreigner on terms, conditions, or in a capacity different from those contemplated in such foreigner status. It makes no mention that all foreigners should leave the country.
Okay, let me correct you. We didn't say they must leave country. They must leave a trucking job industry. That as you read there, stating that someone who illegally who can employ. So tell me, as I said to you, the driving job, that law is stated on the critical skill, maybe engineer or doctors, not driving truck. Yes, you can employ those foreigners if we are shortage of skill. So tell me, the driving job is shortage. There's a shortage of driving skill in South Africa. I can send the videos where you can see in one company more than 500 drivers looking for a job in one company.
Are you saying truck driving is not a critical skill?
Yes. It's a critical job. Even you can drive a truck. Even my granny can drive a truck.
Now, Mr. Nyathi, are you aware that this statement can be viewed in a xenophobic light and could potentially cause conflicts, as has been seen in the past?
That name of xenophobic, ngesizulu ngezulu seliphuphila senamini kwakuyinto nje sure ukuthi sithuliswe ngamanye amazwi. So the meaningless thing. Tell me, if we want the enforcement law, is it xenophobic? Okay, let me tell you something. All in the country, in the SADC or in the world, you can't just go to Australia to do any job here. You apply on the visa before you go there. You follow a process. As I said to you, Labour said no employer employ foreigners. I mean, apply to employ foreigners because they never did so. They because those employers do not want to comply with any law. When it comes to the law in South Africa, they don't want to comply. They took a cheap labor, they took foreigners, but no one was care for that. Labor was not care those useless inspectors. We understand until we ATDF we demonstrate. All in SADC here, those laws is there. In Zimbabwe, Zambia, Botswana, in Namibia. Why in South Africa we have to call xenophobic state the law must be exercised? No, that we don't care. The people can say whatever, but we talk in effect to foreigners. This job belongs to South African.
So what's your plan this coming Sunday then? Just share with us your plan. What is it that you'll be doing and where? And whether you've engaged, services of the South African Police Services, perhaps just in case the situation escalates out of control.
Okay, if a situation go out of control, is a police job. If someone doing those wrong things, nothing can do. If people are doing wrong thing, the police can catch them and arrest them. On Sunday, no trucks will move. Those maybe by mistake will be funded. Maybe they are out of outside of his province or Depot province. He'll park in the truck stop. We'll park on the yard, so no movement. Drivers must stay away at home. On Monday, we go march to bargaining council. We send that memorandum. We have 8 issues there with state. Bargaining council, first of all, as a department in that sector, you mustn't allow any company to bring the foreigners there to register in bargaining council. They must keep it out. So that's the first point. We don't want what you call that grace period. And last year was a negotiation in the union and the bargaining council. So we were there before the bargaining council and the union, SATAW and NTW, if I'm not mistaken, I call it right, and Tausa and Pitao. They call us on April. We started a negotiation, and then we will send a demand there. So before negotiations to start...
So, Mr. Nyathi, just to cut you short, those trucks that will insist on moving and, carrying out their businesses, can you guarantee the safety of its drivers?
I can't guarantee. I'm not a police. I can't guarantee anything. We're not going to work. It will stay away. And it will stay away. And the employers must...
What will potentially happen to those drivers then? What will happen to those who insist on carrying out business?
Drivers or the employers?
The drivers of those trucks?
If they're moving?
Yes. If they insist on moving, what will happen to them?
I don't know. I'm not a Sangoma serious. I don't know what will happen to them. But it's a strike on Sunday. We told the drivers and the employers, if I stop now, they know Sunday is a strike because of the foreigners. Because sometimes they are good employers, especially on the RFA side. They're in that umbrella for RFA. They are good employers because they are complaining. Those who are not under bargaining council, especially those who try by night, are the ones who aren't paid. Maybe they can try. No, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But it's a strike on Sunday. On Monday, we send our memorandum to bargaining council. We'll see from there.
All right, Mr. Nyathi, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Well, that was Sifiso Nyathi, the Secretary-General of the All Truck Drivers Foundation. As we've heard, the strike or the protest action will go on this Sunday.